This video I'm going to solve practice problems on trig functions. So as a quick reminder, the derivative of cosine u is dy dx is equal to negative, so be careful about that sign, negative sine of u times the du dx, so the derivative of u. And then for sine u, it will be dy dx is equal to cosine u times du dx without any sign on it. So here we have our first problem. Y is equal to cosine of ln x. So we'll start by writing y prime is equal to negative sine, because it's cosine, of, open parenthesis, u. So our u in this case is ln x. You just write ln x. Times the derivative of ln x, which is, if you recall from the log properties or the log functions, it's 1 over x. Oh well, you can just leave it like that. The second problem gets a little bit more complicated. We have that our function is y is equal to e to the x times cosine x. So x times cosine x is the whole superscript. Again, y prime will be e to the x times cosine x, because e to the x is usually just e to the x when you derive it, and it will be the same for x times cosine x, but the du dx would be different, because we will have to use the product rule. So you write a parenthesis. This is not a superscript in this case. First is the derivative of x, which is 1, times cosine x, plus the derivative of cosine x times x. So I write x times negative sine of x, all in parentheses. So the answer would be y prime is equal to e to the x times cosine x times cosine x plus, no, it's minus here, minus x times sine x. That's the answer. And I'll do one more problem. This problem could be a little tough to solve, but just do it by steps and it should be fine. So first, let me change the color. Y prime. The first step is just consider this as sine of u. So you would have the y prime is, in this case it wouldn't be y prime, and then the y prime would be cosine of u times du dx. So then we change the u for what we had inside, so that's tan square root of sine x, tan times the square root of sine x, and that will be times du dx, which is a little tough. So our du dx would be, as you may recall from a previous video, tan of x derived is going to be 1 over cosine squared of x. So in this case our x would be, we can consider this our x, the square root of sine x. So again, step by step, it should be easier. 1 over cosine squared of the square root of sine x times, now this will be times our the x dy. So we will have the here, the x dy, So in other words, the derivative of the square root of sine x. So by following the chain rule, it will be 1/2, let me make this brackets, times sine of x to the negative 1/2, and then times cosine of x, which is the final derivative of sine of x. And then you plug this in here, so here we will have du dx. This part goes here, all of this goes here. I'll show you the final answer. Okay, so there it is. Y prime is cosine of tan times sine of x times 1 over cosine squared of square root of sine of x times 1/2 times sine of x to the negative half times cosine of x. So yeah, it's a little complicated problem. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it and found it useful. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this.